and welcome to the Work Hates podcast. I'm Bron Lewis. This is Bretty Blake. Everyone has a nightmare work story, whether it is a shitty boss, a dreadful workplace, or an insufferable colleague. And if you've had none of those things, chances are you're the problem.
You are the problem. Today we are joined by comedian, actor, and superstar Urzila Carlson.
There we go. Thank you. Well
That's
done,
pretty
mate.
good.
Well done.
He was so nervous.
I was so nervous because you're giving me too many facts at the top. You're like, I'm a mum. I've got a mum. I was going to add all that into the bio.
Yeah.
You are a mum. You got a mum. I was like, I'm going to fuck this up.
There's
and
too many mums.
Too many mums, yeah. And Mother's Day coming up, you've just got that panic going on.
Is it?
Yeah,
How many days are we away?
Mate, every day's Mother's
It's the
Day.
11th of May. I'm going to be away for it.
Just
So
send me
my
a
kids,
message beforehand.
my kids love Mother's Day, and I think it's the best day of the whole year. Do you
Is
like
it?
Mother's Day? Is it
yeah,
the
it's
same in
alright.
New Zealand? Same day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, my kids are at that age now where they want to make me breakfast. So then I have to
and it
knuckle
tastes like
through
shit.
some half raw eggs and some burnt toast. And I'm like, I'm allergic to egg. But you can't when they bring it in, you're like, I must say, my 8-year-old son knows how to use the coffee machine. I've got a proper
that's
coffee
good.
machine, like a barista machine.
Oh, that's
He
great.
smashes it. Every
Really?
morning, yeah. I just go, babes. And then I just go,
Stop.
it's so good.
Dude, you've
yeah.
trained them so well. And you're like,
Yeah.
one of it, good coffee, and the other one's burnt toast. You're like, well, you
Yeah.
know which one's out of
With
the fucking
eggs.
wheel.
As long
you
as
know?
you
Yeah.
train one on the EpiPen and you're ready to go. That's it. That's perfect.
That's right.
My kids, Lucas will say this was 2 years ago. He's not, I don't know what he's thinking sometimes. He said to the girls, you can choose your mum's present. I think they were like 8 and 7 at the time. You can choose the present. I don't want them to choose the present. He took them to a ladies' dress shop, like Country Road or something, and they chose a pink leopard print
I mean, I can
mini
see you
dress.
in
I
it.
actually, you bet.
I can see. I'm picturing it now.
I don't mind it. Also,
Mini.
does Lucas know you're now
Mini.
single and are trying to fuck 20-year-olds at a bar? I need
Yeah.
pink leopard print.
I was like, why
Every
would you?
cougar ever.
Oh my God. I had to take it back. I think every gift he's ever given me, I've had to take back. Isn't that dreadful? Does that make me the bad person?
No,
or him the idiot?
no,
okay,
it
thank you,
doesn't.
Ursula.
It
Thank
doesn't.
you.
It doesn't
Such
matter what
shit
the
brat.
gift
You
is,
know
you have
what?
to wear it.
No, I'm sick to fucking death of people buying shit gifts, and then people go, "You're so hard to buy for," and I'm like, you know what? Knuckle down. I already said to everyone, my 50th birthday party's coming up. I've invited a few people. I go,
Didn't see the invite. Weird. Anyway.
I'll be there, don't worry.
it's probably still coming. Don't worry, Jeffrey, it's coming.
Yes, that's close. I have an E in my name. I'll take it. Yeah.
No, so I said to everyone, people go, don't buy me a gift. I go, I want a fucking
Yeah, I
gift.
want
Yeah.
I want a gift for every other big event. I said, no gifts, but for this, I want a gift.
Okay.
And people need to think about it. They've got time. You got to think about it and if it's shit, I'm going to let you know. I'm opening it in
Great.
front of everyone.
Great,
I
sit
want
down.
a proper, 7-year-old party with a gift table. And then you go, all right, I'm going to do the gifts now before we're all drunk, okay? Before we hit that second glass of wine. Let's get it.
And
So
one at a
feedback.
time, you're like, this one's from Andrew, and then slowly socks out.
Fuck off, Andrew.
Before the catering gets there, before the food gets
So
there.
you won't even
good.
let him eat?
Yeah. I want to see your gift. Open it. Don't wrap it. Let's see.
Don't fucking crack that beer yet, brother. I haven't seen this gift.
I'll let you know if you're allowed that. And what is a good present for Ursula Carlson?
You know what? People are right. I am difficult to buy
Yeah,
for.
same,
Because
yeah.
when people go, what do you want? I go, I don't know.
Work it
But then
out.
when I get it, I'm like, this is great.
Do you know what I would buy you for your 50th?
What would
Go
you
on.
tell me?
No, because this is a wild call.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You're South African.
Yes.
I'm going a meat drying, that fan thing,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can make your own biltong. I don't know why I'd think you'd like that.
Yeah.
Would
I
you
mean,
like
I
that?
already have two. So
So no, it's not a bad gift though.
no,
still
it's
just
not
like
a bad
that.
gift.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
step up from that.
That's pretty
Step
good.
up from that is you build me a little smokehouse.
Oh, I would love a smokehouse.
Yeah, just a little
yeah.
smokehouse. So I can do the salamis and stuff. You want to
Yeah,
do?
I've started
doing
You're
that.
probably thinking the same thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you
it's
love
on
me
you.
a
I
smokehouse.
would
Yeah, you
love
can put
that.
a leopard skin fucking dress in there.
Oh
we
my
can smoke
God.
it up. Put a
I'd
bit of
love to
paprika
see
on there.
her in that leopard skin with heavy makeup and a bit of a flare, just bending down, putting the salamis in there. Like, I got the kids leave this fucking smokehouse alone.
God, why is Brian looking all sexy just to do cured meat? That's fucking weird.
No, it was not. It was. I didn't even put it on, guys. I didn't even try the
Sure.
dress on. I didn't. I said. I
You
looked at
didn't even look-
Lucas
they're little
because the
hearts.
girls.
Yeah.
They were so excited. It was like a
11.
dress-up dress. They
Yeah.
were looking at me. They go, "Do you like it?" And I said, "Yeah." yeah. And then I looked
And
at
then you
Lucas and I
threw it
said,
out.
what the fuck is
Yeah.
this? And he said, I thought that you might think it was cute they chose it. And
Yeah.
I said, no, I don't think that's cute. I think that you're the grown-up and you made a dumb call. Parent them.
No, it's fine if he wants to do that, but then he needs to get something good off the back of that.
Yeah,
Like you
that's
go,
true.
this is your pink dress up. This is for the girls.
Yeah.
The girls. But then I chose this.
Yeah.
And then the door
A
swings
massage.
open, like lights and music come,
Oh,
and
fuck
something
yeah.
amazing's in there.
An
I don't
actual
know.
pink leopard.
But also Lucas has like just let that one go. Like, oh, your mum's in a sexy leopard skin dress. Like, that's for dad. That's dad time. The kids don't need to know what's going on behind the
Yeah.
closed
Oh my
door.
gosh.
You're doing impersonations of a cheetah.
Yeah.
He's got a safari hat on. We don't need to know your fetishes, dude. It's stressing me out. I can't look at Lucas now. I will. We chain smoke together. It's great fun.
Yeah, I invited Brady over to my house. We had to have like a podcast meeting, and Lucas, he smokes sometimes, and he's trying so hard to quit, and he hasn't been able to in 20 years, maybe longer. Anyway, I thought I'd treat him for a packet of ciggies. I went to the shops and I said, "Can I just have a packet of ciggies?" The guy said we only have packets of 90. Was it 90 ciggies?
It was
And I
like
was-
3,000 cigarettes.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't
What
smoke."
was that, like a house payment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
it really
expensive
threw
is
me.
cigarettes?
That was so
It
expensive.
was $97 for this pack of 40 because
Oh,
I
it was
was
a
like,
40,
I was trying to
yeah.
do the generous because Bron was making dinner and I was like, I'll get the drinks, I'll get everything. And when they put that through the till, I was like very slow to get my credit card. I was like, you can get that one. That is a
"What?"
I was like, I don't think I
Anyway,
can afford that.
I
It's
just-
either that or a new car.
to sell my leopard print dress for it. And then I brought it home. Lucas was like, "Why have you got such a gigantic packet?" I was like, "I don't know. Happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day, cunt." You know.
And cut to 20 minutes later, we're like, we're out of ciggies. We smoked all of them, just chain smoking in the back. Like,
You loved
and then
it.
I smoked so many cigarettes. I only live 15-minute walk from Bron. I
Couldn't
walked
make it.
5 minutes. I had to call an Uber. I was like, I was like I was on K2 at Everest or some shit. I needed an oxygen tank just to get around the corner. Fuck.
Yeah, that's the problem when you think you can still do it. You have a few wines and you go, I'm going to have a ciggy. And then your lungs go, I don't think so.
Yeah, completely shut down. No, Osh, thanks so much for coming onto the pod. We were thrilled. Brady said to me, "Do you reckon Nurse would come on?" And I said, "Nah."
Yeah.
But I will ask.
Yeah.
And then, because I know if I asked Beck, our manager, she'd probably say to me, "Are you dreaming?"
Yeah.
So I thought I'm just going to go straight to the
Yeah.
lady. And
Yeah,
then
I
you
said to
yes.
her last night, I said, I'm going on this podcast. What do they talk about? And she goes, I'll send you some clips. And I still didn't watch those.
and you go, no thanks.
Bitch, I'm not here for homework. Give me 2 words.
Just give me a mic. I was like, Urz, you can do whatever
I'm
you want.
sure it'll
Yeah,
be
you can.
fine.
You
I
can.
was so excited because obviously you're a comedy superstar, but you've just started breaking into the movie world, and I watched that movie on the weekend, and I loved it. Your
Kind of
character,
pregnant.
funny.
yeah, it was so funny. You were like high all the time. You were stealing drugs off kids, and I was like,
It's so
fuck,
funny.
I think I'm you in that film.
Yeah.
I could relate to that character so
Honestly,
much.
when they say, can you act? And then I read the script, I go, no need. No
Yeah,
need to
this is me. This
It's
is
me.
Are you getting typecasted a lot? Because I always get typecasted. They're like, oh, you're playing someone who bashed someone in a car park,
Yeah.
or you're playing a
Yeah.
low breed. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a really
Okay, so
stretch
this
for
is
me.
Wednesday. Yeah, no, like this is like a raw version of me, like the stage version of me.
It's
And like this
so
is great.
funny. My favorite bit, I think, was at the gender reveal party when you are painted half pink and half blue.
Yeah.
That fucking killed
That
me.
wrecked my skin.
Did
Can I
it?
just
Really?
say that wrecked my skin? I had like contact dermatitis on my
Oh.
forehead and stuff because
So half that
I
red
was
part
in
was
it.
real?
Yeah. I was in it for like 15 hours for 2 days straight. I was like, oh my god. And then
Is
but-
that how long it takes to get one scene down?
yeah. Because
it's
they
that
were
Hollywood
heaps
shit
more.
they would take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over and over.
And
So
you'd be
I
sitting
think
in
we
it
were
for
there
hours.
for like 3 or 4 days at that
Oh
house
my
doing
God,
that.
next to the pool.
But there were heaps more scenes that we filmed that just didn't make it in, you know.
So how many times did you have to get thrown in the pool?
I dropped in once
Yep.
because there was the stunt, and the stunt double was going to do it, but then she couldn't catch. So then they go, can you do it? And I went, listen, I didn't play cricket for 15 years to drop a baby on its head. Let's go.
So that was you.
That was me.
That's
going into
awesome.
it.
You can put stunt person on
Yeah.
your fucking CV
Yeah.
now.
I went, and then it was so wild going in. I was a bit scared because it's got these long steel pins and then they blew it out. So, of course, you know, I'm no engineer, but if you're standing in the middle of the pool with my heifer ass, so there's a lot of tension on those pins, so then they blow it out. Where do you think that pin's going to go? Straight up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hang on. like I'm across from a pin. Where's that going to go? And they go, it won't touch you. I go, how do we know?
And also, every time you look at the special effects or stunt department, there's a lot of people who look like me, and you're like, no one looks like they got a fucking engineering degree.
And and most of them look like they've taken a hit at some point. Like you've got
and enjoyed it.
I was like, but then I went in and I had to have a safe word. And they go, so before I go out, they go, you have to have a safe word, like, because it's all unionized. And they go, we need a safe word. I go, don't worry, you'll know when I want to get out. Yeah. And they go, no, legally, you need to have a safe word. So Gillian Bell goes, just say banana. I went, all right. So I go in, but my line in the pool is, it's a girl, the inside of the pinata is red. But then, with this accent, when you're sort of half drowning, banana and pinata sound very similar to the American ear.
Yes.
So then they were all like, get it out. So those people diving in were all stunt people coming in to save me.
Really?
Because the pool's really deep and that lining is really thick. And so when I dropped in, it closed in on me. But then I come out and I have to, because I can't swim, which is acting because I'm a very strong swimmer.
Okay.
Great catch.
Have you
and a great swimmer.
So have you ever seen a whale drown? I don't think so. So I'm in the water and then I'm up and then I say the line and then Gillian says, she said banana and all of them dive in. All the stunt people dive in and they're trying to save me. And I'm like, get the fuck off me.
What are you doing, you
Yeah. I'm like, I got to get this line out. So then I was in the pool for a long time after that where we just kept saying the lines over and over. And not that long, I guess. And then I had to go back in the pool. But it's March in New York. So the water is freezing. Awful. And before, my biggest concern wasn't really the thing poking me in the eye. The day before I go, how, because even if the stunt double, Jordan, went in, I still had to walk into the pool. I go, how cold is that water? They go, no, we're going to heat it for you. But then on the morning when I got there, they were filling it with like the hydrant water. And I was like, oh, that ain't going to heat. I know how heating works. You're not going to heat this deep fucking pool. No. I go, and they go, oh, no, we can't heat it because you can see the steam on the water. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
You tricked me.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
So the worst of that wasn't the dropping in. It wasn't the, it was that ice cold water. Yeah.
Well, then you can be like that Wim Hof. You can you've done the cold plunge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
did you feel like $1 million? But
I do though. I've got a sauna and an ice bath at home. So my brother always goes, fuck man, why are you in that thing? It's like you're training for the Winter Olympics. And then now I feel like I was prepared for that.
Yeah.
Dropping.
I know how to do this.
I never need to do that.
They did it because
that's one of those experiences where you're like, done it.
I'm a lighting tech by trade, and we did a big, it was a new shark film. It's called, I don't know, just one of those ones that goes to fucking straight to VHS or whatever. But they had
that's a callback.
Yeah. It went to Betamax. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 16 mil film, whatever it was.
The Chode one.
Yeah. But they had a full, they set up a full, New York-looking thing in Melbourne, but it was water. But it was in Melbourne's winter, and they had to, because you had to stand in the water because the whole film's in fucking water.
Yeah.
But they had pumps going the whole time just to fucking heat it up because it was fucking horrific in there. Because you just had to stand in there for 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
And all the actors' hands were fucked and shit. You're like, you think they got an easy day, but I'm like, that's fucking brutal, dude.
I must say, when you're little or whatever and you go, I'm going to be a movie star, and also, who wouldn't, it's an hour and a half, right? The movie's an hour and a half. But we shot for 2.5 months. Yeah. And most of the days are 15-hour days. I was munted after that.
Yeah.
It's always an extra has to lie in a puddle for 17 hours.
Yeah, I know.
They ain't heating the puddle either.
No, I know. I felt sorry for the extras, and then we were filming in gardens and stuff, and they just had to stand there the whole time. At least we could go out. Yeah. We had a stand-in team that could, stand on our markers. But I knew that I wasn't the first pick for that movie because everyone's the second team looked like the actress.
Oh, yeah, so the stand-in team, so you don't have to stand in a bit lit, and the camera guys can get focus. Big actors always have stand-ins.
They do all the step-outs, and so when we come out, they just have, I'm red tape, Amy is green tape, Gillian is yellow tape. They go, that's your end marker. And then the second team will go, so I just came out on this line. They do the whole thing, so we don't have to do it. So we're sitting in the green room. But so everyone's looked exactly like theirs. And mine was this 7-foot Russian model.
And you're like, is that meant to be me?
I was like, is that me when I'm stretched out? Like, that's me on when you're supposed to use the wool cycle, but you don't. And then it's I felt so sorry for her. Every time I come out, she's like,
What, do you have to like lean down? To
yeah.
Also
Honestly.
the camera guys have got to set up the shot based on
Yeah.
you. So they're like tilting the camera up like
Yeah.
this with a
I
7
think-
foot. And then you walk in, they're like, fucking hell,
I
we're
think
gonna
they
reset
just
it.
had a mark on her belly button going, that's where we're going. Fuck, it was so funny. And then they sort of all wear the same outfits as the actresses,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there's like
Oh,
a
so
double
that you're
outfit. But with her, she was just every day in a t-shirt and jeans because there was just no
point. There's no point. They don't look the same. Don't worry about it.
I was like, I don't know who you were going to cast, like Kate Moss for this, but
Yeah, you know that really tall, funny Russian lady? No, we don't know any tall
Ursula.
Russian.
Ursula.
yeah.
You were I can't even imagine that film without you in it though, because you truly did make that film.
You were, yeah.
And I've seen a lot of reviews of that film, and that was the same thing. It was like the most consistent thing in every single review was that you were the highlight of that film. Was it a good experience for you?
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It looked fun. The vibe, you could tell.
Yeah.
You know, the
It
vibe
looked
looked fun.
I said to them, they fucking ruined me for every other movie because most of the people on that movie have done Saturday Night Live, is still on Saturday
Yeah.
Night Live. And I just clicked with, we hardly ever sat in the trailers. We were all just in the green room playing games and stuff. They cut a lot of the dudes out of that movie, but a lot of the dudes in there was very funny. Men can be funny.
Yeah, I know. I've heard good things about us. If we really
Mark
try.
Birbiglia is funny.
I can't remember the main actor who was playing he's one of my fucking favorite actor. He did MacGruber.
Will Forte.
Will Forte. I
Yeah.
fucking love that
Yeah.
guy. There's not many people I'd freak out if I
Yeah.
met, but he would.
Oh,
Is he
yeah.
like is just as funny offset?
He's amazing. We went for
Yeah,
the
he
premiere,
is.
so we were singing karaoke in New York till 4 a.m, and it was so funny. He's so good. He also came to my show in Sydney.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
even I
Love
did
him.
because
That's-
after the movie, I went to LA to do Netflix as a joke festival, and most of them came to that show too.
Oh wow,
Just to
that's
hang out.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man,
so
that seems
nice.
like a good vibe, really
Yeah.
supportive and shit.
Honestly, we
Yeah, that
still
is nice.
chat
I'm
most
pleased
days.
to know that he's a good guy because I loved him on Last Man on Earth. Did you ever watch that
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
A show. It was such a funny show, and you're like, I hope he's a nice guy. So
Yeah.
the fact that he is,
He's amazing.
best.
He's so good. Yeah, his wife's great. Like, we went for so many dinners and stuff because we were just in this weird bubble. It almost felt like, you know, those COVID bubbles where you just bond with people.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it wasn't COVID.
Did you get loose with him a
That's
couple of
nice.
nights?
No,
you
because I'm
behave?
not. I know because I'm not a big drinker and I don't do drugs. So I'm kind of a boring.
Sorry,
one.
Brett.
Sorry, Brett.
So
In
it's
my head,
put
I was
it
like-
away.
I was
She's
like,
not
yeah,
interested.
Yeah, sorry, I racked up
Yeah.
a couple of lines. I didn't know where
It's a
this was
big one.
going. You're a big
Oh, I
Hollywood
put a
superstar.
paracetamol. I shelved
Yeah,
one
no,
before
that-
getting here. Like, yeah. So
Sure.
slow releasing right now. I had to put it in my asshole because they've changed those fucking Lion bikes. They changed the seats. It used to be a
Oh.
nice chunky seat, and now it's this thin.
Do you mean on the rental
Yeah.
bikes?
Are you,
Yeah.
are you zipping around on one of those? Are
Yeah.
you?
You love it.
But now-
It's so
What,
funny.
like, is that Urzila Carlson on a line bike? Is she got
listen,
a
people-
bad tax agent? What's going
People
on here?
yell at me all the time, but everywhere I go, even in New York, I was just riding the bikes. But here they changed it now, like I'm doing some time trials for the fucking Tour de France. I don't know what's up with the seat.
You're at the front. You're on the fucking peloton.
Yeah,
You're giving it,
yeah. I was like, this is killing my asshole. So I have to shelve a paracetamol.
All right, so this podcast is about nightmare jobs.
You
So
wouldn't
that
know,
one
'cause
was obviously.
You've never listened to any of the clips that we sent you. Could
You
be
wouldn't know.
bothered.
Yeah,
And
no,
doesn't
but I
matter.
think this is better. This is
Yeah,
like
this is
just
better.
friends
More organic,
talking.
yeah.
Yes,
It's a surprise question.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we know you obviously just experienced one of your dream jobs as
Yeah.
a movie star
Yeah.
with Amy Schumer. Oh my God,
Yeah.
huge. What is and you got into comedy in your 30s?
Yeah.
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 So I'm assuming you had jobs before comedy.
Yes.
All right.
yes.
So what is
I
the
was,
worst job you've ever had, do you reckon?
Okay, well, this is because I did think about this, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever had a shit job.
Oh my
Like
God.
I've had shit jobs, but I've never had a shit experience.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
So
like
it's always, you've always
I've
managed to
worked-
find a good time.
I've worked, yeah. I always find as soon as I start a job, like I used to work in the pits at the racing, right?
Did
It
you?
is filthy. Yeah, because
What?
my brother used
Got
to
me
race
excited.
cars, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I would work in the pits and I would work the bar, like at the drag races. So they would do on a deserted airstrip in just outside Johannesburg. So it's just dust, right?
Yeah.
And then we just have these big barrels full of ice and water, and you could get beer or soft drink or water. That's it. And then the guys would but then when you're in the pits or any car, or wherever there's moisture, like your nose, your eyes, everywhere, there's just mud. Because of and you look at them and you go, oh, you look disgusting. But then you catch yourself in the mirror, you're like, holy Christ, everyone looks the same, right? So even those jobs weren't shit jobs. Like there were shit jobs, but I didn't have a shit experience because I would immediately make friends with the people that I'm working with and we just have a great fucking time.
And when you say you're in the pits, are you changing tyres or are you just fucking helping out? What are you doing?
Yeah, no, helping with changing tyres and stuff. I can still, when I'm on the bike, because I ride the bike everywhere, so when I'm on the bike, if I see someone with a flat, I always go and help them. Even when I'm driving, if I see someone go, and dudes, a lot of dudes don't know how to change a fucking tyre.
Oh, it's so embarrassing.
I know. And then you pull over, I helped a guy, and this was embarrassing. I was in my pajamas, and, you know, when you do drop off and you go, this will be good.
Yeah. This will be good.
Hopefully I don't have to get out and help a stranded man.
Quick drop off and straight back home. And then there was a guy in a suit and you could tell just by he's like, fuck, you know, that when you could just tell. And I pull over, I go, you all right? And he goes, I have to be at work at like 20 minutes or whatever. He goes, AA is going to take 2 hours. I go, I'll just help you. And I just quickly changed his tyre. But I was so filthy. And the guy the whole time was just standing there. He didn't even he didn't hand anything. He literally didn't even.
Princess.
No, because he didn't even know what was coming next. He was that clueless.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's probably an automatic car.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
go. Yeah. He passed me that he's like, never mind. And then,
Yeah, I don't know how to change a tyre. I've never had to.
We have to teach her.
Oh, let's do it now.
Let's
do it now. Oh, I've never had to. And
okay,
I just
turn the cameras. Let's quickly go outside and go find. No, so but then these are the shit jobs that I'm doing now since starting comedy. Corporate gigs.
Oh,
corporate gigs are straight from Satan's crotch. It is the worst fucking thing you can do.
But I love them. I love a big cavernous room with people eating.
Well lit.
I
not
insist.
in the mood for your shit.
Yeah. And I like a big gap between me and the audience, like a cave.
A dance floor
yes.
that no one will dance on.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Can I get a microphone through like 2 tinny speakers about a K away as well?
Oh my God, that'll be amazing. And can someone just have a workman's light that's so hot? I can feel the cancer. Can we get that?
I've got SPF 80 on a
Yeah.
Oh,
do you guys have a lectern? I'd like a lectern. That'd be good.
A lectern where every time when you lean in or you come, everyone that comes up adjusts the mic. And then by the time you get there, it's here on your forehead. And when you touch it, that'd be great. And then also, you know what they do with me? They don't tell the audience that I'm coming. I'm a surprise. I'm very rarely, I say to people, I go, please tell your staff who's coming. And they go, no, you're a surprise. I go, tell you what, very rarely is a fat South African lesbian with a potty mouth a good surprise. Tell them I'm coming so they can prepare themselves mentally.
And
so
also,
they can unclench.
And if some people don't know, they can Google and go, oh my God, she's been in this. I saw her clips. I know what I'm getting. I'm excited to see her. No. You know what? If you're a magician, fair enough.
Yeah.
We got a surprise. It's a magician. Yes, they probably slipped something into your drink.
Yeah.
And they're doing weird stuff to you after you fall.
Oh my God, so you know him too?
Yeah. Well, how do you think I lost my fucking virginity? But my one tricked me. He goes, I can't change this tie. And I go down there. Next thing I know, I wake up 3 days later.
No pants on. That's beautiful.
Yeah, so I hate corporate gigs. I hate, and no offense, but it's usually
Redheads. Yep.
No.
Women.
Heterosexual women who
Oh
are the
my
motherfucking worst.
Glad someone said it so I didn't have to.
Listen, guys, when they get drunk, they're like, I need to be careful here. Not to get handsy, and they stay the fuck away from you.
Yeah.
But women have this thing where they go, I cannot tell you how many times I've had this conversation where they go, I love you, but not in a lesbian way.
Oh my God.
But if I had to, and then they grab my tits or my pussy. Like, I have been grabbed in the pussy by straight women, like I'm on Donald Trump's tour bus. It is
that's
crazy.
So embarrassing. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I can see
started,
that.
Okay, and this is a shame on Australia. I was I had this gig in Christchurch, and I won't name the bank, but it was a big bank, one of the big banks here, and they had their conference in New Zealand and Christchurch. So I go now. I do a lot of stuff in Christchurch. I used to do the Buskers Festival, so I know all the security people there. So when I get there, and it's like, you know, I'm in a ball gown because, and I like to wear dresses when I do corporates because then already halfway dressed up, you know, already fancy. So I get there, and the security guy who I know well, he goes, these people are fucking munted. He goes, they've played golf. They are so drunk. He goes, I'm going to keep an eye on you. He goes, but I'm telling you, any misstep from these cunts and you're out. I go, all right, thanks, bro. So I go in. It's beautiful. The whole setting is just beautiful. It's in money. And anyway, I go up, and the two of the bosses, both women, in there.
Straight women.
Yeah. And they go, and their husbands are there, and we're going to have a photo. You're so funny. You know, when they start hitting you and stuff, and you're nice. Like, okay, this is a lot. I haven't had a drink since last September, but this is great. Not that I have a problem with drinking. I just can't be fucked. Yeah. Anyway, so then they real loud, and the husbands are like, let's have a photo. You girls, you three lizards. You know, already I'm like, warning sign. So I'm in, but now the problem, when there's two people, your arms are around them, so you have no way to defend yourself. You know, like my hands are, so I'm just completely open. So then they go, okay, let's have a normal photo, and then the husband's like, don't think you can fuck my wife. So I'm looking at these two.
I haven't even thought about this yet.
I'm looking at these two exceptionally average women. And I'm like, mate, I wouldn't fuck them with your fucking mouth. And then, so now we have the photo. Then he goes, okay, now a sexy photo. So the one grabs him by the tits and the other one by the pussy. As soon as she touched my vagina, that security guy's like, that's it. And he just pushed him off me, took me, he goes, I'm putting you in a cab. So my mum dropped me off at the gig because she was living in Christchurch at the time, put me in a taxi, I went home. I never did 1 minute of material for these people.
Did you get paid?
I invoiced immediately and I reported them. I said, this is what happened. And I mean, we're not talking about the receptionist and a temp.
We're talking about the CEO
the
or
two big head, you know, like.
That's like, revolting.
How can you imagine if they that feral, what the rest of my night would have been like?
My God, thank God for that security guard.
Yeah. And did they pay that invoice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got in trouble.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you essentially rocked up to, got fucking sexually assaulted. But I think because people like, because they're like, oh, you're a comedian, you'll find this funny.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's still my fucking personal space.
Yeah.
And you're a gay woman, you want to fuck every woman.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. When they, and I cannot tell you the amount of people who go, I love you, but not in a gay way. I go, even if it was so gay and you were so naked, I still wouldn't fucking touch you.
Now, if we cut to those two ladies were the most beautiful women in the world.
Then I'd be grabbing back.
Your stunt double.
Isn't it funny where you go?
It's funny how that flips, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, a friend of mine who's gay, she says that because she presents quite a butch lesbian. She says that at pubs there'll be drunk women who will come over and they'll go, my husband thinks that it would be so hot to see me as a woman. She's like, okay, all right, and then they're all over it. It happens every single time we go out. It's a drunk woman who is like 15 years older than us who's like, you'd love this. And she's like, no, I fucking wouldn't. Go
I've
away.
got standards. Yeah. It's bizarre. But those are the same couple where the man will not want to go anywhere near a gay dude in case he fucks him. I'm like, you are ugly, overweight, have no hair. Have you met gay dudes? You are the least fuckable out of all of, a gay dude would rather fuck a fancy woman than you.
No woman wants to fuck you. Why would you think any man would want to fuck you?
No one's into that.
It's like those straight guys who are scared of going to gay clubs because they're like, they're all gonna be all over me. It's like, I don't reckon they're gonna look at you.
That has never happened in your entire life.
If you want a reality check, I figured out both nightclubs, both hetero nightclubs and gay nightclubs. I have the same energy. No one wants to fuck him. Like, can one gay guy at least fucking sexually assault me here?
Just one, just a little. You in the bathroom like this over the toilet.
I keep tripping over. I'm leaving my drink exposed.
The guy's like, can you just move so I can piss on the hole? And you're like, okay.
I forgot the back door to my arseless chaps. I'm doing so much heavy lifting. No one's touching me.
You arrive lubed up.
Oh my God. I did a corporate once where I had to present these awards, and every all the awards, they'd have to come up and then I'd get a photo with him. I don't know why I had to be in the photos.
Oh, yeah, same. I do that.
It's
I'm like,
really awkward.
I don't work with you. I'm not in HR.
I didn't do this. I didn't do anything for this award. Why am I in it? And so I'm in every single photo. And there were so many awards, and by near the end of the night, this one guy who just kept winning awards, he came up and he was like,
sucker.
"Oh, exactly." And he kept like every single time he'd come up, he'd get
He's
like his
trying to
arm
do
would
you,
get
bro.
closer,
Yeah.
like, and it was like
Yeah.
to like it was just in the middle of my back, and then it was like around until like he was almost like cracking my ribs,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
he kissed me on the cheek once, and I was like, "Okay, mate, okay,
Done.
all right."
Yeah.
And then he tried to kiss me on the lips the next time. So he kissed me. He got me really close to the mouth, and I was like, "Okay, that's enough." But then he was like whispering in my ear, like, "I think you're doing a wonderful job," and just too much for me. And I was like, "I can't," because you can't call it out on stage.
Yeah.
You can't be like,
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
I call that
Oh,
shit
do you?
out. I do.
Oh, you're very
I've had a
good.
guy at the Wine Awards that he came up from behind, hugged me like that, grabbed my boobs.
the
And when I
fuck?
turned, he licked me in the mouth. And I said, I said, I'm so glad this is happening in front of all of your colleagues so
Yeah.
they know to keep a fucking eye out for you.
Good. Oh,
and then
my
afterwards,
God.
people came and apologized for him. He never said nothing. And I was just like, this is disgusting. And again, I had someone, because I hate going alone to those things because they don't listen to you. Like you can say beforehand, I'm not sitting with you. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. And then when you get there, they go, you're sitting at table 3 with the CEO. I go, I don't give a fuck about your CEO. I'm not
Yeah.
sitting with you because
don't work
I'm
for
in
you
a
guys.
weak spot then. When I'm just trapped at one table and people can just keep going, I need my own space backstage, or I'll hide. I've
Yeah.
stood in a car park before waiting for my turn. I'd rather do that than sit next to your CEO.
I'll sit under the table, but I will not sit at the table.
Yeah. I'll be rolling around behind stage.
Yeah, you'll get along well with everyone. It's like, I've already got friends. And
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're at table 9. My new
No.
friends aren't there.
Yeah.
No,
And
no.
also, if I bomb or it doesn't go well, because corporates are hard.
Yeah.
And like, you want me to go back to the table
Yeah.
and hang out with
No
I'm
one's
fucking-
passing me a bread roll at this point. You know, everyone's just glaring at
Yeah.
me. No.
I
Or
did
just
my
pretending they can't
exit
see you.
speech and thank him as I'm putting the microphone. I'm like, and thank you very much for everyone who had me. I had an awesome time. Goodbye. And then I'm fucking
Sprinting.
straight out of emergency exit.
Oh
See
yeah,
ya.
I don't want to hang around. When they go, will you stay for photos? I'm like, if you can trap me before I get to my car.
If you put handcuffs on, yep,
Yeah.
I
If
will.
you're a
But
police officer and you got a speed camera, because I'll
Yeah.
be going 210, that
Yeah.
takes a photo, you can have a photo then. Yeah.
I just say to them, I go, I need someone to walk me to my car, because sometimes they follow me to my car. I'm like, so you know what? If I can avoid it, I don't do corporates anymore. But in my head too, when I'm there, and I guess that's sort of, if you have a job, but you have, you know, like say if you waitress, because you enjoy it and you work with all your mates, because I did
Yeah.
that after.
Good fun.
I did an apprenticeship in typesetting, and while I did that, I waitress, right? But I waitress for 7 years. Eventually I was the bar manager, but because I enjoyed everyone that I worked with, and I had qualified now, and I didn't need that bar job, which made me incredibly dangerous because you couldn't say shit to me. People go, excuse me, what is this? I go, the fuck does it look like, cunt? Like, I just had zero tolerance. Like, you know.
The
because
moment you've got money
if you
in the
don't
bank
need-
or whatever,
yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
need it.
not
Fuck
even
you.
a lot of money. You just need enough money for 1 month's rent. And you're
Yeah.
like, bitch, you what?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
You want to grab
Fire
these
me?
titties, do you? Uppercut. See you later, nerd.
Yeah, so I'm like, I will walk out of any corporate. I will walk
Yeah.
out of, I mean, it's only happened that once where I had to leave. Normally people are great, but it's just that entitlement. But I have to tell you about this one. I did this. This is the thing that shits me. And you know what? It just emphasizes again not to work for free.
Yeah.
If you work for free, people don't respect, even if they just pay $5 per person, they invested in the gig. But I do this charity gig. I won't say their name. I do this charity gig every year. But the CEO and the CFO of this company, 2 women, complete assholes. Anyway, so I go and do, but then I go, it's not for them. I'm not doing it for
Yeah.
them. And I'm doing it, you know, for this
Charity.
charity needs this money. So I'm like, okay. So every year I do it. Every year they treat me like shit. I just did it again. But we have differing political things, which to me, charity shouldn't have a fucking political preference. But they
Absolutely.
do.
Oh, that's
they do.
weird.
And every year they have someone from the opposing party that I vote for there. And then every year they make such a big fuss about that political, you know, whoever's
That's
there.
weird.
And so this year, the CEO goes up and she goes, just want to say how grateful we are that this political, this politicians here, and how we should all, like just basically blow smoke up our ass, and she's, she's gonna auction off some time with herself and blah blah.
No one wants that.
But the whole time she says nothing about me.
What?
So I go back up. I go, I guess I'll thank myself for being here today.
Oh my God.
And then everyone.
Fuck yes.
I mean, I'm the MC.
That's so good.
So I go, I'd like to thank myself for donating my time to be here today. I go, we are going to do the auction with the items listed. And I mean, I have nothing against the politician. That's not the issue. I actually like the politician and the work she does, even though politically we're not aligned, but she still does good work, right? And I go, there's some things to auction off, like her and another politician signed this bottle of wine. I go, does devalue it, but here we go. I go, you can get some stuff from Bunnings. It's called, stuff off or something. I go, you can remove those signatures, no time, like just burning. But then the whole time, so then she comes up to me, she goes, can you not do political stuff? I go, what? What? And then she goes, yeah, you're actually insulting. I go, and then the politician's there. So I go, yo, come here. And I just go, are you insulted at all? She goes, no, because I'm not a fucking pussy. This is funny. She goes, your audience is loving it. I go, thanks. So I go back up. I go, this bitch said not to do any political stuff. I go, but as you can see, are you having a good time? Though we had the best fucking time, right?
Everyone in the room knows she's a bitch as
well.
That's
it. Everyone hates her. Yeah. Even when she came up, like she just killed the crowd. Like they hated every moment she was up there. And then even when, because I didn't immediately thank me for being there, I thought I won't say anything. And then people came up, they go, it's rude that she didn't mention you. So when the 10th person came up, I go, don't worry, I'll do it myself. And that's when I went up and thanked myself.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
And I was like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
And
did she eventually thank you?
No.
What the fuck?
I know. But then those are the things when you get there
when you
and
work for
go,
free, no
I'm
one fucking
donating.
respects you.
They don't. And it's like they just go, okay, so for today,
oh my God.
we have a hat for you that we made and a wig. I go, yeah, I'm not wearing that.
Oh my God.
I'm not doing that at all. Like as far as
It's
things
funny.
that I'm not going to do, that's not even the fucking arena of shit that I've considered. But that I'm not doing that.
But you know who will? This 7-foot Russian model will.
Yeah. That's why we got her. Yeah, she said yes. She's a yes person.
Get in here, Irina. Yeah, no.
Just staring at her nipples. They look familiar. Oh, she's back.
I'm telling you, like, so free gigs. That's the thing.
Yeah, okay,
I did
that's
one,
good to
I think
know.
I've mentioned it before on this podcast, but it was for Christmas time, and it was a charity gig, and they're like, "Can you come down, entertain the homeless people for 20 minutes? It's a really good cause." And I was like, "You know what, Christmas Day, of course I'll do it. It's a nice thing to do." I went down there. And there's like 100 people, and she goes, "We're just gonna go on. You do 20 minutes. It'll be great. It's gonna really make their day better." And she's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to stage. Oh, hang on a sec. The buffet's open. Please welcome to stage Brett Blake." So 100 people who haven't eaten,
people,
and they just all fuck off to the buffet, and they're all just like clang, 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 clang. And I'm like, so anyway, my dick hurts or whatever the fuck I'm doing, not paying any attention, bombing. And then I'm like, well, now I've ruined my Christmas day. But they don't care. They got a belly full of food. Yeah. Go to leave, whatever. The lady's like, hey. And I go, oh, well, she's just going to
thank you. Yeah.
She sits me down and gives me 5 minutes of notes on how to be funnier.
No.
And I was like, you motherfucker.
Did you actually stay for that?
She's like, no. She's like, oh, so what you should have done next time? And I was like,
Oh no! See, I would have just, I just walked
left
out.
Yeah,
I was saying, go. I'm going to leave you here with your thoughts.
Yeah.
And then leave.
Hurry up, grab my
You're a
kids
stronger
so I can
person than me.
leave.
I took it because I was like, oh, she's going to get to something positive.
No.
And it
Yeah,
just
any
never
minute
happened.
now.
No. As soon as they go, I go, hey, I'm going to let you ramble and leave. I'm going to leave you here with your thoughts, and then I just get up and leave.
So
I don't
will you
give
do
a
that?
shit
Will you do that gig again for the charity?
You know what? No, I don't think so. It's been like 12 years that I've done.
You've done it every year.
Yeah. And I do more than the one gig for them a year. And I'm like, you know what? And not just that, like radio ads, whatever. I can be on the road and they go, we want to do a radio ad. Can you send the order? And then I do it. Like I'll go and do it at my own cost because they're a charity. And then whenever I'm around them, those two always treat me like shit. Not the rest of the people.
That's so weird.
But it's like,
And also charities have money. They
Yeah.
have CEOs who
Well,
get
she's-
paid.
yeah,
They
they'd
have
be on
She's
heaps.
not donating her time.
yeah, exactly. And I do heaps of charity stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and comedians would do more charity work than most
Yeah.
average people.
Yeah.
But 9
100.
times out of 10, you go, it's a charity event. You rock up, and they all got fucking Lambos and all
Yeah,
this shit,
yeah.
and it's just a tax write-off for them,
Yeah.
and they're all making a lot of money, but
Yeah.
they're still doing good cause because you need
Yeah.
good CEOs for good charities to work. And you're like, am I the only person working for free tonight?
Yeah. You know what? Someone gave me this advice, and I think it's great advice, but I still don't know how to figure it out. And maybe today is the day. They said, never, like whenever you get booked for a gig, say, I want the same or more as the lighting guy.
Yeah.
Never get paid less than the lighting or the sound guy.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, I'm
That's
going to
very
need like a
clever.
list of a price list type.
I know the
You
price
know
list.
now
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
what I'm
It's about,
saying.
it's
This
about
is how-
$800.
Yeah,
800 to
because it's
1,000
like,
bucks.
how do I ask the sound guy, hey, how much are you getting paid?
Yeah.
Like, how do I get a hold of the sound or the lighting guy
I think
before
we
I get
should.
there?
I reckon there should be more of a discussion. I think everyone should be way more transparent with what they're getting paid. Brady and I
Look,
just we
so-
did a gig the other day. Or you said no to it, but I did it, and I had Brady told me that he was like, oh, I was going to do that, but nah. And I said, well, I'm just going to do it because it's $900. And he goes, oh no, that you should be getting paid $1,500 for that. I'm getting offered 50. And I was like, oh, we're the same, and we're both doing the same amount of time. And I was like, why are you getting paid so much more than me? And then I
There
told
should be transparency.
my
That's why
yes, I
let everyone know straight away.
Good,
If I have to take a bullet, I'm like, okay.
So, yeah.
And then as soon as I told our management, and then they pushed back. And as soon as there was a tiny bit of pushback, they were like, "Oh yeah, no, it should be. Sorry, it was a typo.
It was a mistake.
was a
It's
typo.
always a
Yeah.
mistake. But
Yeah.
I've got the best. So I did a corporate, and it was a 3-day corporate, and it was me and
3
another.
days.
I know.
You must have
I
got
like.
paid
I've
$1
done like
million.
5 or 6. But this
was
was
so
a few
much
years
money.
ago. So and I said, okay, but it was with another comic, right?
Okay.
A male comic. That I don't really work with a lot. Like I don't really work with anyone a lot, but especially this guy I don't work with a
Okay.
lot. But he is a TV comic, you know, like he's on telly, he hosts stuff. So then before we go, I said in the email, because they emailed both of us and said, okay, so you two are going to be the host. And I said in that email, I go, let's discuss here for pay parity so we're all clear who's getting
Yes.
paid what. We keep it open on this, and then we know exactly who's getting. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so I don't hear anything from them for like 5 or 6 days, but it's a while away still, the corporate. Anyway, so then I finally get an email, and they go, you know, I said, okay, this is my fee. And the woman goes, she rang me, and she goes, oh no, he's getting paid this amount. And I go, oh, but I won't work for that. That's not, like, it's too low.
Yeah.
And she
It's
goes,
3 days as well.
yeah, it's like 3 days in a different city. I'm not, no. And she goes, oh, okay, so what is your price? So I give her my price. And then she goes, okay. So she locked it in. So then we get there, and I said to him, did you negotiate with him off that email for your money? He goes, yeah. I go, is this what you're getting paid? He goes, yeah. I go, I want you to know. So this is the first day of 3 days. I go, I'm getting paid 4 times that. I go, because you went behind my back, and I said, keep it on the email, and we all get paid the
Yeah.
same. I go, no, you just went ahead and fucked yourself. So for the
Suck
next
shit.
3 days, he was like, I mean, it must suck knowing
Yeah.
you get paid a quarter of what I'm getting paid for exactly the same job, but he was happy to fuck me over because he
was
thought
trying
I'd
to
go in.
backdoor it. and they're
Yes.
like, I'm going to get a better fee, but you're
Yeah,
like, no,
and I was
not.
like, okay,
Suck shit, mate.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah,
what a dog.
I'm
Yeah.
with, because comedy is like it's the fucking Wild West, as
Yeah,
we know.
yeah.
And I was like, well, me and Bronny were probably roughly at the same level. Bronny
Yeah.
probably has a bit more
Yeah.
TV stuff, but I'm like, okay, we should be the same rough
be
rate.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, and I was like,
especially if it's like a club type situation, it should
if
be a
it's
flat
club or if
rate.
it's a corp, I was like,
Yeah.
depending on the time you're
Yeah.
doing and like headlining or whatever, I'm like, we've got to be the same. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just like it's a race to the fucking
Yeah.
bottom. And
Yeah.
if we don't talk, and then
Yeah.
people who undercut as well, you're like,
Yeah.
That
dude,
pisses me
if you
off.
undercut, then someone else undercuts you, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, we're working for a fucking dollar. You
Well,
know?
Yeah.
there's a guy in Queensland who will always undercut stuff, so that it's just slowly bringing all of
That
everyone's
sucks.
rates right
Yeah.
down. So that a gig which would be $4,000, he will come in and say, "Oh, have you booked someone for that? Because I'll do it for 1." and they'll go, oh fuck, that's actually we could put $3,000 on the bar and we could save it and we'll get this guy, and he comes in and does a subpar job.
Yeah, bitch, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
you get what you pay for.
But then they're like, oh well, like the comedian wasn't very funny. Let's just get a musician next year and we'll just get like.
So
Dennis
eliminating our work.
Yeah. And so there's a vibe in Queensland. This guy is like the ultimate cunt. They're like, he's fucked us so badly.
So you need to out him. Let's do it here today.
Okay, wears a waistcoat. You know who he is. It's always anyone who's wearing a waistcoat these days. Who isn't a
Especially
lesbian.
in Queensland, it's too fucking hot. It's too hot. What are you doing?
Queensland's got a real rough vibe. That you're going to get bashed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can't get away
Harden
with a
up,
waistcoat.
cunt.
He should do.
Yeah.
It's probably the only state you can't get away in a line
Unless it's double denim and you've cut off the sleeve, so you can do that. But
it needs to have like 1% on there, a couple of skulls or some shit.
Mama's good kid on the back, whatever.
So you wouldn't have. I can't imagine you ever getting fired. But have you ever quit a job like in Spectacular?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I reckon
get
you'd
fucked?
get real
I
fired
have.
up.
Great.
I have. Actually just when I moved to New Zealand, because you have to. It's so wild. So you can't work without a work permit, but you can't get a work permit without work, right? So when I got there, like you need someone to offer you a job,
Okay.
in order to get. But also you can't. When you're out of the country, people go, oh, you have to get here. So I basically went over on a visitor's permit, and then I applied for jobs. And then this one guy said, oh no, he'll give me a job offer, but I should come in and just come and feel the, like not work there, but work there. So I was there for 2 weeks, and the whole time I'm like, every day I see him, I go, I need you to fill in my job offer so I can send it off because I'm working illegally. And the whole time he wouldn't do it, and I'd work long hours and stuff, and I'm like,
Were you getting paid?
yeah, no. Oh, no, I
my
hadn't
God.
gotten paid yet. And then I went into the printing side of it because it's all attached. And I said to those guys there, because they're all foreign guys, I go, how long have you guys been here? So we're talking, I go, are you on a work permit? And it turned out no one was on a work permit. Some of them had been there for like 15 years.
No.
Yeah, and no work. Because then you get into this weird hole. Like you can't report him because you've been there too long. And then you both get in trouble. But he only gets a $15,000 fine, which I think is fucked. I think if
So
you're...
trapped you there.
Yeah. So I said to him the one day I go, and I was doing, it was just before the New Zealand elections, and I was doing all of the Labour Party's campaign stuff. And I said to him, I go, and they were coming in to sign off some of the stuff. And I said to him, I need you to fill in my paperwork, and I want it now before they get here. He goes, let them come. And I go, no, before they get here. And he's like, well, there won't be time. So I just packed my shit up and I left. So as I walked out, it was pissing with rain. I didn't have a car. And I was just walking down the road, and it's in this industrial. No, just walking just on this industrial. And, I'm not fast. So he's like, next to me, he goes, are you going to come back? And I'm trying to get away from it. And then he kept...
Usain Bolt is catching up with me.
yeah. And then he kept ringing me, and I wouldn't go back. And then he said he's going to report me to the... But I just kind of went, I don't think he will, because then he's going to get in trouble too.
Yeah.
So I just had this moment where I'm like, for about 2 weeks, I was just stressing that he's going to report me to New Zealand Immigration, but he never did.
Okay.
So yeah, there I quit.
Did you report him? Did he?
No, I didn't. But I wrote
damn.
about it in my book, and I sort of describe exactly where his company is because he's still trading.
Oh
So
my
people-
But I don't want to report him because this guy's working there for so
Yeah.
many years.
Yeah, you feel bad for everyone else around,
it's
even
like
though he's
you're
exploiting
fucked
them.
if you do, you're fucked
Fucked
if you don't. Because I know he's paying them, or at least they're living somehow.
So why is he not giving him? How come he wouldn't?
Because
give
then
them
you
this?
don't have to put them on the books.
Yeah.
No one knows
so is
they're
everyone
there.
getting-
They're overstayers.
So they
you don't
getting
have to pay
like
fucking superannuation.
yeah,
you
you're
don't
giving
pay
them
benefits,
$7
sick
an
leave.
hour
they're
kind of thing.
underpaying.
You can
yeah.
underpay 'em.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was
what
some
an
bars in Melbourne, like
asshole.
when I started working hospitality, and my friends were like, "Oh, I'm getting cash," and I'm like, "Oh, awesome. Are you?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh no, we're getting like $4 or $5 less an hour than yours." Like,
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
they're like, "Oh,
over.
it's cash." I'm like, "Yeah, but this is not a good deal. It's not a good deal at
No.
all. 'Cause
Not
you're
in the long run.
unless you're getting the exact same amount or whatever." I was like, "You're fucked for sick days, superannuation, all this shit." They're like, "It's cash in hand." I'm like,
Okay.
"Okay."
When you're young though, it's like
Yeah.
oh cool, and it's
Absolutely.
immediate, you know.
Wait till you do
But
your
it's
back
like-
at work,
yeah.
and they're like, "You don't work here."
Yeah,
And
we
you're
don't know
like,
who you
"Oh,
are.
shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was on youth allowance or student allowance, you get because it wasn't enough money to pay your rent, and you just get I get paid
Cashies,
cash
yeah.
in hand, and I got paid more at working as a waitress.
Yeah.
Got paid more than when I was a first year teacher.
Yeah.
I remember becoming first year teacher and the pay coming in the first week
Yeah.
being like, oh, fuck, is that it? And I'm like, the tax
You're
man
like, where's
takes
the rest of it? Yeah.
And you were stealing from the till, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I paid heaps as a waitress.
And
It's
yeah,
awesome.
that's why I worked there for 7 years as a bar lady because I'm like, I earn more in a weekend
Yeah.
than I do in a month
The
at my
tips.
normal job. Yeah.
The tips
But
are
then I
best.
knew I'm not moving to another country as a waitress.
No.
I need a
Yeah.
proper job, you know.
I always
So-
felt, I mean, I like when places when they put the tips, communal tips, and then they divided them because no one is tipping this face. You know what I mean? But every time you'd work, there would be like work with a good-looking lady
Yeah.
or a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
They would get so much money,
Yeah.
and I'm out the back. I'm fucking mopping up the
Yeah.
vomit. I'm like, please give me some fucking
Yeah.
cash.
I used
See,
to
we
work with
never
this.
shared.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
oh,
there was no
we
shared
had to
tips.
share, and we had to give 10% to the kitchen, and which I didn't understand. I was like, why?
I suppose they're
And then-
working as
They're,
well, and
they're
they
fine,
can't get.
but
yeah.
that's you chose your path, mate. You could
Yeah.
have been out here if you
Yeah.
wanted to, but you did a 4-year TAFE
have
degree.
a,
you
have a
fucking
look
idiot.
at them in there. That you don't want
No,
them out the front.
But
You don't want
they
them
had to
big
use
out the
their
front.
money. They couldn't split it. They didn't split their 10%. That went towards kitchen equipment.
What?
That's
I know.
bullshit.
I know. And I worked in another place at this cafe in St Kilda. It was awful. Awful. When I first moved to Melbourne, the tip jar went towards the owner's ciggies. That was
Oh,
like,
fuck that. He
I
should have
know.
just let you buy it.
Yeah, is he sharing
Yeah.
ciggies?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
his name was Lee. His partner's name was Leah, and they were cunts, and they were
Fuck
awful.
them.
They were awful. And I remember saying I had to be brave enough. It was like I don't know. I worked there for like a month, and I went, "Where are those tips going?"
Yeah.
And he said, "That's none of your business." And I said,
Oh.
"Oh, it really feels like it's probably
Should
my
be.
business."
Yeah.
And because he was just on the coffees, he didn't do any of the customer stuff. So I really feel like that should be split, no? And he said, he goes, that goes towards my ciggies because you guys cause me that much stress.
Oh, I love when they do that.
Yeah. And then when I pushed back, he goes, will this make you happy? And then he took it down. He goes, no tips for anyone.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, I don't care.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
get 'em anyway.
Yeah, I don't get them
you
anyway. You're only
So do you
fucking
mean-
yourself.
Yeah, do you mean no more cigarettes
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
See, so in South Africa, the wait staff don't get a salary. The kitchen staff is salaried,
Yeah.
but the wait staff no. So
They're
you're
all tips?
just
oh, just tips.
tips, and then if you at the bar where I worked at O'Hagan's, it was like if you sell. Like they work it out on a commission basis, the amount of plates of food versus the drinks, and then they work it out how many drinks per plate, and then you get a commission on that, but you can only get up to 18% commission.
Oh,
so
my
you get
God.
commission on the stuff you sell from the bar.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you
Hell.
get tips as well from the customers.
but so what I would do is I'd have 3 or 4 tables and like out on the deck, and then I'll work in the bar. So of course I sell a lot more booze. So when I do my cash out at night, and the printout is just heaps of booze and like 6 plates of food. So I always got the top commission.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hang on.
Hang on,
Mind
we're
your
trying to
business.
exploit you, not the other way around.
Yeah, but then I was like, I said to everyone when I became bar manager, I go, everyone gets 2 tables at the bar because you have the whole bar where people are sitting, and then you have the tables up on the bar. But all of that prints out as just booze and the roundup. I go, so we're all split it equally amongst the wait staff because it's a massive restaurant. It's like TGI Fridays or
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's massive. And I was like, if we all split the bar tables and then the actual food tables, then we all get 18%. But then, of course, you get a few boys coming in on nights when I'm not there, and they go, no, the bar's mine. I'm like, and then sell 1 plate of food, their staff meal, and then go, dude, it's still 18%. Like, you can't get, like, just let other people fucking have it too.
Trying to make it there's always one fucking asshole who
One
fucks it for
idiot.
the rest of
One
us.
idiot. One idiot. So if your worst gigs would have to be the
Corporates.
corporate ones.
Yeah.
So I
Free
imagine
corporate
you
ones.
get. I went to your gig at the Palais. So you obviously performing in gigantic rooms. So the Palais is what, 3,000. Is that a capacity of 3,000? It's enormous.
It's big.
When I was there,
Yeah.
because you
Hers
get
ain't
drunk.
in there, you're like 1, 2.
Yeah.
You get a lot of drunk ladies. When I was
Yeah.
there, when I went there last to your gig, it was like there were groups of women who were dressed like you. Like
Yeah.
they all had blonde wigs. Like
Yeah.
your
Really?
fans,
Yeah.
your fans are die-hard Ursh.
Yeah.
Like they were so excited, all
They're
wearing
so-
Ursh shirts.
yeah.
It's awesome.
But St Kilda sold out of Prosecco. Is that, is that the vibe? Because that's I went to brunch show the other way. It was like just 3 ladies with 4 buckets of wine each,
Yeah, it was awesome.
falling into the crowd.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
the
like,
best.
here we go.
Do you know a woman tried to order a Prosecco with me last night during my show? I said, oh, she was in the front. I said, how are you? How is the front row? And she was like, they were all like, yeah, good. And this one woman looked furious. And I said, you look pretty upset to be in the front row. She goes, I would like a Prosecco.
Did
And
you order her one?
I said, no. I said, well, go get one.
See, I do that. I go, can we get a Prosecco for this drunk bitch in the front, please?
We're obviously playing very different rooms, Ursh. Yeah. The tech would be like, "What? Who are you talking to?"
Yeah. He's like,
that mic's not even plugged in.
Yeah. He's still smoking in the room like it's 1988. He's like, you fucking talking to me, cat?
See, it's Bron's old barista, mate. What?
But what I noticed is that your heckles are pretty brazen. Like they're not like they're all because everyone in your room, everyone in this, there's 3,000. I've never seen anything quite like it before. Everyone in there feels like they know you and that they're your friend and that they're allowed to call it. It's really lovely. But you handle heckles really well because you know exactly which ones that you can do something with, and then the ones that you like, you must have an ear for it. You're like, no, that's full Prosecco voice. You ignore them, and then you watch them go. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, I just
they
couldn't hear
shrivel.
me. Yeah.
And sometimes I have to. There was a drunk woman in this week, and she was just off her chops, and I was like, I just kept quiet and just stared at her, and then I go, "It's hard, isn't it?" And then she fucked up. And then after the show, and then after the show, she comes up and she goes, "How was the drunk one?" I'm like, I can't see them. I'm like, but I knew you'd be a problem, even if you didn't say anything. And then she goes, so I signed a few boobs. I don't know if you get that. We have to sign the boobs.
I wish. Dreams.
No.
So I was signing a few boobs.
Might wear an Urzila wig next time. Stand in front of the ballet.
And then this woman, like the drunk one, goes, "I want to get my tits signed too," but she didn't do what the others just pull down and go, "Can you sign my breasts?" She took her tit out, like
flopped it out.
Was it
flopped the whole? But I'm telling you, it came down so I could have written the entire works of Shakespeare on that tit. And she goes, "Will you sign my tit?" I'm like, "I'll get fucking carpal tunnel if I sign all of that." And then
throw my back out going down that far.
I had to go in like size 72 font caps. It was insane. I'm like, and then it took 2 grown men to roll that tit up and put it back in. I was like,
for a moment there, I was like jealous. I'm like, signing titties, and then you're like, oh no. In my mind, it was like a supermodel. Or something. You're like, no.
I mean, some of them, but it's never like that. Like some of them is like the first one that started the titty signing is because she got the all clear on breast cancer that day. She goes, "Can you sign my breast cancer boob?" And I was like, "Yeah." So signing that, and that happens heaps. And then, but then that sort of opens the floodgates. They're like, "Hang on, I don't have paper, but I too have to."
Dude, I'm paying tonight. I'm paying for one lady to be at the end of the door for me to sign a tit, and hopefully there's a fucking wave.
Yeah.
But no one might like because it's just dudes in there like, sign my dick. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, babe. I'll send my mum in. She'll let you sign her boobs, Freddie. So do you have like a code word for people to get kicked out? Like, do you ever have to kick people out?
Yeah, I go, "Get that cunt out of my room."
It's not banana or whatever the fuck it is.
No,
it's like, see that cunt there? I want him out.
Yeah, you know what? When people are, because I hate when people disrupt the entire show. Like I don't mind the odd heckle, but I just feel like you don't know people's financial situation. People like, have looked forward to this night. They bought the tickets. They booked the babysitter. They've gone for dinner. They're having a few drinks. Now you're looking at like $300-400, right?
Yeah.
And now you've got one drunk cunt who can't handle their piss, screaming out the whole time, just being a belligerent fuckwit, ruining it for everyone. I'm like, put the house lights up. Where are you? Where's this cunt? I go, get out. And I don't give him a refund. I tell you that right now. If you're being a dickhead, I go, get out. I would give them a choc top. If the theatre has choc tops, I go, you can have a choc top, but you're not getting your money back. Get out. And then they get out. And then in Wellington last year, a guy jumped off the balcony.
What?
On the first floor. He was really drunk and I chucked him out. And then instead of going down the exit, he went out onto the balcony and jumped off. He was fine. But then people go, he jumped off the balcony.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
That's booze, man.
Yeah,
like
you
it
just
just
throw
makes,
the choc top off the side for him.
Yeah. And I said, if he leaves the choc top, I get it. But
okay, that's for you.
Yeah.
What I had, the
These people
heckles
at the
that
front
I
of the ballet with
noticed.
choc tops. What the fuck's going on here?
these are
Urzila kicked us out.
they're the ones that couldn't behave in the show.
But the heckles that I noticed when I was there, it's that you have the and this must just be a common theme for you. There's people going, I love you, and you're like, okay, thank you. But it's the people going like, are you divorced? Are you single?
Yeah,
you get sexually harassed a lot.
Yeah, they treat it like it's a fucking dating site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in your DMs, I shared a dressing room with you once before a telly show, and you were showing me some of your DMs. You get sexually harassed a lot.
That's crazy. But you know what's funny? The amount of women who just send me nudes and I go, please don't do that. And they go, why you don't like it? I go, that's not the point. If I said, if I told you a man just sent me a dick pic.
Yeah,
they go, that's disgusting. They all go, yeah, but this is different. I go, how? You just send me an unsolicited nude. I've never, and because I don't, like, I have to have a connection with you to go, hello.
Yeah.
But if you just send me, here's your flaps.
Oh, yuck.
Don't do that. Like, also, I'm getting ready to go and hey, Jesus Christ. Like, I hate that.
Anyway, my Instagram handle's @BreedyBlake. So,
send your flaps that way.
I will filter them. No.
I'll look at the flaps.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what it is. If you're not ready for it as well, you're like, hang on a sec, I'm not in the mood. I haven't asked for this.
Yeah.
We've never been on a date. If you've been on a date and someone sends you a cheeky one, you're like, well, that's fucking fun.
Yeah.
You don't know someone. You're like, what the fuck?
But also, it's the same people who would be absolutely appalled if a man did it. Yeah. Like, don't send me your fucking nudes and then go, if I go, I just got a dick pic before, then say, what, that's disgusting. Is that because yours is in exactly the same arena?
So this is just what you must have to deal with all the time, is this women thinking that this is what you want. It's like,
yeah, but you see, this is what I say. When people are in there, straight woman, like, they sit in there and they go, lesbian, I could never be with a woman. And then you see them drink a bit and they go, maybe I could. And then after another, they go, if I had to be with a woman, I'd fuck her.
Oh, my
God.
And
then you start getting after the show is the worst.
Oh, my God. It must be
And then also you're like, oh, sorry, if you had to be, you're like, what am I, a fucking chore?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
but that's the same where people go, well, I love you. Now, I'm not going to fuck you. I'm like, good, because I don't want to fuck you.
Oh, my God.
You are ugly.
Yeah. So
once again, just because I'm gay doesn't mean I don't have standards.
Yeah. I'm not blind.
Yeah. So straight women, this is a message to all of you. Please stop sexually harassing lesbians. It's really on the nose. It's gross. You're disgusting. I'm embarrassed to be.
Grow up.
Yeah, unless you're really hot.
Unless you're really hot.
You're like a 10. In which case,
never
@BreedyBlake on Instagram,
send your
please.
flaps over there. Yeah. Don't ever send a nude.
Don't send nudes.
Oh,
it is
God.
so. I've never received a nude from someone I don't know and gone, wow,
that's gorgeous.
Not once. And you know, it's always like when you go, my tits are usually better than the tits that I'm getting on my DMs. I'm like, you have some motherfucking confidence, yo. Like,
yeah, that's the other thing I didn't think about. I've got the same things you do, and mine are better.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a worse version of what I got. I got a mirror.
I want to go, holy shit, what are those?
What are you eating? Do you put paprika on everything? Is it turmeric? Why are they so plump? You know
I want that. I want to be amazed.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I don't want to be attracted. I want to be mesmerized.
Yeah, I want to go, I want to print these out in a post and put it in a doctor's room.
Send me your dietary list. What are you eating?
Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah.
Well, this is I think this is what I suspected, is that you got sexually harassed a lot, but the fact that you it's confirmed you get sexually harassed a lot, and it's gross. And if you are one of those people, please stop doing it, because it's really gross. But do you have anything else you want to say to those people?
No. That's what she said it.
Okay,
Mum said what she said.
Mum said what she said. Ursh, thank you so much for coming on.
Us. Obviously, you're already a comedy superstar and selling out theatres all over. But where can people find you on social media?
Just Urzila Carlson.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Thank you
Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Guys, if you're not already on the Patreon, make sure you jump on, subscribe, give us a follow. And we've got heaps of bonus content. And we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye. I've been fired from a lot of places. I've been fired from so many places.
I went into the class one day, real bullets.